Alright, Kellen. Well, it's been about a week or so since we've worked on our irons. We've worked on mid irons, we worked on driver. The first lesson was on driver. We ended up moving your ball position up a little bit just because of your swing path was caused because of where your ball was at. So if we start to put it a little bit further back, it's always going to create a little bit of a draw. You start to put it a little bit further, it's going to play a little bit more of a cut. We saw the similar issue with your irons when we were hitting a 7-iron and you were still drawing in a decent amount. It wasn't that bad. I mean, our swing path was 5 degrees at the start and we ended up at 2.1, maybe a little lower. I mean, we worked on various things. Mainly it was ball position with your irons too. Where you were coming down on the ball, which was you were doing more of a sweeping motion and out to the right with your long irons, and we wanted you to compress the ball a little bit more with your irons. So what we had you do was move the ball up a little bit, and we had you swing down and to the left. So that was our only swing thoughts. How would you say it's gone since then?
I think so far so good. You know, like for the irons, like the ball positioning has been night and day. I feel like before, like it was, you know, a little bit of toss up sometimes just in terms of making solid connection, and like ultimately it was just because that 2 or so inches made a big difference in terms of me being able to really compress the ball and feel like it's kind of launching off the club. So having a chance to kind of go practice that a little bit and see the balls actually go a little bit higher in the air and how they should, just more consistently was helpful. And then kind of that emphasis of going low and away is always a good reminder just to make sure that I'm finishing how I should, and also keeping the hand position as well. I think oftentimes you're focused on the goal, but you know the hand is a specific thing where you're talking about the logo kind of facing the target. So I think that's good things to keep in mind and was helpful.
Are you starting to notice a little bit of less of a curve to your ball flight, or is it still about the same?
Definitely a little bit less. I think like for me, like the consistency thing has been big. Like if I'm going to hit a draw every time, I can learn to control that a little bit more and use that lever versus a couple of them still going out to the right when I had that ball too far back in my stance and my swing is just too cramped and not able to really work how it's supposed to. So if I'm going to have a reliableness, that's good, and I can slowly kind of tweak that in how it should be.
Okay, well, today we're going to be diving into short game. It's going to be 20 yards and in. Just because it requires one simple move and same setup on 20 yards and in. If we go outside of that, it's going to require a different setup. So I'd like to just stay in the simple route, knowing that we don't practice a whole lot outside of work or
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, looking forward to it. So we make blast strokes inside 20 yards, so it should be good.
Yeah, well, let me see you hit a couple. We'll see what your misses are, what we can work on in terms of setup, and go from there.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think overall, like, I think just some guidance on, first off, just like setup, most importantly, and two, like thinking through just like weight would be helpful. So we can cover off on that, and that should be good.
Cool. Awesome.